people, what's going on? It's your girl, the Polished Lady, and I'm so excited to share with you another Black dope business entrepreneur. I'm here with Brandy Ferguson. Hey!
Hello!
And let me tell you something, y'all. First off, sis got us together. We winding down on this Wednesday. Yes. So whenever y'all catch this, grab y'all a cup because it's gonna be a great conversation. And we're at Living in the Moment Event Center.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been established?
Whew. So the actual venue has been here for about a year and a half. The actual venue has been here for about a year and a half. But doing event planning and wedding planning for the last 6 years. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So talk to me about that journey. Since you've only had the brick and mortar space for a year, what's the differences? What have you had to adjust to, things people want to know at home?
Sure. So I actually started in 2017, Love for Traveling LLC. So that's travel and wedding travel and wedding planning. So I started off doing travel planning, destination weddings, group trips, group cruises, all that kind of stuff. And so I had been doing that, and then a lot of clients started asking me, well, can you do a local wedding? So when they started asking me, can I do a local wedding, I started doing those here in the city. So we would go to different venues, event plan, wedding prep, the whole nine, coordinate, do all that kind of stuff. And then one day during 2020, pandemic.
Okay, and during the pandemic,
I had started looking for a space. I was like, I want a wedding space and a travel agency all under one roof. So I started looking, I contacted a commercial realtor, and I started looking, I was like, I need a space where my people can walk in the door, they can book their trip, they can book their wedding, and it's just really all in-house. You're dealing with one person. So literally, I work with a lot of brides and grooms from beginning to end. So they come in, they can do an engagement dinner or party, they can do their bridal shower, they can do their bachelorette party.
This is a win-win, y'all.
I can do their wedding, rehearsal, wedding, reception, and then I can send them on their honeymoon. So you're working with me from beginning to end. And so during the pandemic, I found a space. It took me about a year and a half, but I found a space and we opened up and we've been going ever since.
Okay, y'all. I know if you've been a polished person, you've already been watching. I just did an interview with Indie Black Brides. That group just opened up. So definitely about to shoot you their information because hello.
Yep.
So you did mention that you're also a travel agent. Like, do you have a love for one over the other? Yeah, I'm that person.
Yes, that person. I get that question a lot. I always tell people they're two totally different things, although they're under one umbrella because it's planning. So once you're a planner, you can really pretty much plan anything. Travel is my baby. That's my first love. That's my baby. I've been doing travel longer than I've been doing weddings. But to say one over another, no, because I still get to put smiles on people's faces, whether that's sending them internationally around the world or if that's making their big day on their wedding day. So love them both.
Okay, do you also still get to travel with your businesses being open? Okay, I love that. And that's crazy because I just really became into traveling and going places, covering events in other cities and stuff like that. It's new to me.
Right.
So every time I get on the flight, I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have somebody else planning. What is the top questions you get when you're planning somebody's trip?
There is so many. So the first one is always, where can I go without a passport? Or what destination is not needing a passport? So it's always those types of questions. So we obviously have to know our documents,
right?
Because we don't want to get in a situation where we're sending you somewhere that you can't go because you don't have the proper documentation.
That was it.
So that's always the first question. What do I need a passport? Do I need a visa? Can I use a birth certificate? All those kind of questions. I get that a lot. And then I always get, right now, obviously COVID questions. Do I have to have a COVID shot? Do I have to get the vaccine? All those kind of things. So in the world we live in today, it's more COVID related.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had anybody ask me for my COVID card.
They typically don't.
Yeah, they don't care. They do not care. I mean, I've been flying American Airlines. I don't know if that helps y'all, but
right.
Some information.
Have it just in case, but usually they're not going to require you to show it. So
definitely. Going back to the event space, can we talk about where you're located, your hours of operation,
Sure.
and how it looks?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're off of 71st and Benford, right on the Indies northeast side, very, very close to I-69, so you can get to us anywhere, very close to the south side, north side, east side, west side. We're in the plaza. It's called Lake Avalon Plaza. So we're right next to George's Neighborhood Bar and Grill, which is a very renowned, restaurant in the city. Been here for a long time. So we're in that same plaza. And then we're open every day, every single day, 7 days a week. You can book meetings, you can book conferences, workshops, yoga classes. We have a very big space, 4,600 square feet. We have a prep kitchen, we have bathrooms, we have a bridal suite. So any type of event that you're needing to have, we can, surely accommodate as long as it's not over 150 people. And how to book us, go on our Facebook, our Instagram. It's all under Living in the Moment Events. Our website, livinginthemomentevents.com. And then you can obviously come in because we're here daily.
Love that. First off, I didn't even know about they had a bridal. I'm going to go check that out after this interview because I'm going to be a bride one day. You got to put that into existence. So I got to check out the space. I'm going to be written and booking. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So talk to me about work-life balance. I know you're a mom. How does it schedule being a business owner? Because right now, today, in today's society, being an entrepreneur is a trend, a fad, and it's not for no suckers. It's not for punks. Being an entrepreneur is not. So how do you handle that with your day-to-day schedule?
So it is a job, and being an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur full-time for the last 5 years, and then been an entrepreneur for almost like 6.5. So going into this, you have to have an open mind about balance and work life. So I'll tell you today a story. So I came in this morning around 10, opened up the venue, cleaned up, did a couple of tours, sent out some contracts, worked on some trips. So I go back and forth between event planning and travel planning, event planning and travel planning. I'm working on a wedding that's 100 people going to Jamaica in 2 weeks. Yeah. So I actually left about 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I went home, I made dinner. I read my son a book. I have a 7-year-old boy and a 15-year-old boy. So I read him a book, checked on the 15-year-old, made sure he was doing his homework. Hubby works nights, gave him a kiss, goodbye, and I came back to work to meet you.
That's boss.
Oftentimes I split my day up, you know what I mean? So sometimes I may have to be here at 9 o'clock for a tour, meet an appointment. I may work to 2 or 3. I'll go home, do what I need to do with my family, and sometimes I do have to come back. So it's truly not a 9 to 5. There is no clocking in or out time. It's whatever needs to be done, do it. And I also have staff and still have to work 50, 60 hours a week. So it's definitely not for the weak. However, split your day up. Sometimes that works. Get that time in with your family, and then weekends are for them. I have my staff do my weekend stuff. I may have to come in, set up, decorate, or do whatever, but after that, I'm going home to my kids and my family.
I love that. Y'all take notes while you watching this. Take notes because this is really good information. And I was just going to ask you to wrap up with a positive message that you would like to leave to those out there who maybe want to open their event center or start their business. What is the most the advice that you could give them? Really?
Yeah. So I would say dream big. Dream big and make those goals to get where you need to be. It's never a race. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, research, do both. I tell people all the time, a hustle is fine. You can work a job and still have a hustle. Like you said earlier.
That's me.
This on Facebook and Instagram, it makes you like everybody has to be an entrepreneur. Nobody can work. Don't do that because, just think about it. In entrepreneur life, there are no holiday off. There is no vacation time. There is no PTO. There is none of that. You know what I mean? So you leave that from a job to go to this. Yes, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I love the flexibility. I love my schedule. I love that I can pick and choose what I want to do, and I'm passionate about what I do. However, you have to think about that. Like, okay, if you're not booked and busy, then what? Right? I have this big 4,600 square foot space. It's not booked every single day. So then what? You want to have those things to rely on. I do a few different things. So it's okay for me, but some people don't. If you're just relying on one income, it can get heavy, but I tell people don't give up on those dreams. Just make sure it makes sense. Take your time, research, do what you need to do. And if you do have to work a 9 to 5 while pursuing those dreams of being an entrepreneur, do it. Why not?
I love that. I am so happy I got to sit down and talk with you, chat with you. You guys, if you haven't booked? What are you doing? That's my question. I'm talking about for travel, for events, everything up under the sun, really. That's when my girl Brandy is going to get you together. I'm so thankful that our tables were placed together while we were at the Indianapolis Urban League. Shout out to them, because we were vending on a weekend. Let me add that. We were vending on the weekend. I seen your, was that your daughter?
No, one of my employees.
Okay, your employee. Yeah, I see your employee. Because I remember the egg roll. We had a whole conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm so thankful that we put the two tables together and we were able to come back and have this conversation. You guys, we said some very important things. Make sure that you go to her website, book. It is available for tours if need be. And as always, polished people, stay polished. Bye.